After the pain, after the loss, Ruth faced a choice. Her mother-in-law Naomi wanted to return to her homeland, Judah. She urged Ruth and her sister-in-law to stay in Moab. "Go back to your own family," Naomi said. "Stay, find safety, find a new life." It would have been easy to leave, easy to follow what was comfortable, easy to forget the pain and start over. But Ruth did something remarkable. She made a choice that would change her life forever. She said to Naomi, "Do not urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God." Pause. Let that sink in. Ruth, a young woman from a foreign land, chose faith over comfort, loyalty over fear, hope over despair. She left everything she had known. She stepped into uncertainty, walking toward a future she could not yet see. Imagine the courage it took. Imagine leaving your home, your family, your friends, and walking into the unknown, only trusting that God would guide you. Ruth and Naomi journeyed together to Judah. They arrived in Bethlehem, a small town, unfamiliar and quiet. Ruth's heart was heavy, but she carried faith with her, faith that God had a plan, even when the world seemed silent. Life was not easy in Bethlehem. Ruth worked in the fields, gathering grain to provide for herself and Naomi. She was tired, hungry, but she kept going. And then, God's faithfulness began to show. Boaz, a wealthy and kind man, noticed Ruth. He saw her hard work. He saw her loyalty. He saw her heart. Boaz treated her with respect, protecting her, honoring her courage, and blessing her in ways she could never have imagined. Ruth's choice, made in the pain of loss, led her to a life of hope. Her loyalty and faith opened the door to love, protection, and a future. Pause here. Sometimes, faith asks us to make hard choices, to walk where we cannot see, to trust when life feels uncertain. Ruth's story reminds us God can turn grief into joy, pain into purpose, and loss into legacy. Stay with this thought. Even when the world is silent, even when life seems uncertain, faith can guide your steps. Ruth's story is not just about her. It is about every person who chooses hope in the midst of despair. Because of her courage, she became part of a greater story, a story that leads to redemption and ultimately to the lineage of Jesus Christ. So, if you feel afraid, unsure, or lost, remember Ruth. Remember her courage. Remember her faith. And remember, the hardest choices often lead to the most beautiful destinies. Stay with me, because in part 3, we will see how God's plan unfolds fully, and how Ruth's faith changed not just her life, but the course of history.